Welcome to the Connected Spirit Podcast, a space where the mystical and the human experience merge, where we explore what it really means to walk a spirit-led path. I'm Courtney Dawson, an ethical medium and mentor, and for as long as I can remember, I have felt the presence of the spirit world. But my journey hasn't been simple. It's been one of self-discovery, healing from religious and emotional trauma, navigating fear, judgment, and the loneliness that comes with embracing something the world doesn't always understand. This podcast is here to take what was once considered woo and bring it into the real lived experience of being human. Because mediumship isn't just something we do, it's who we are. Here we dive into the conversations no one else is having, breaking down misconceptions, exploring the unseen, and normalizing the journey of deep connection. We'll talk about the beauty and the struggle of being a medium. We'll laugh, we'll reflect, we'll go deep. And most importantly, we'll remember who we are, why we're here, and how spirit moves through us all. So if you've ever felt something more, if you've ever questioned the unseen, or if you're simply ready to embrace the fullness of your spiritual path, you're in the right place.
The holidays can really crack you open, right? You have joy and there's grief that's living over your shoulder at this time of year. If you're missing somebody who is no longer here in the physical world and they're in the spirit world, it can be really hard to find joy in the holiday season. First off, you're not alone. Okay. You don't have to pretend like it's okay. You don't have to put a fake smile on while everybody else is celebrating the holidays. If the holidays bring up all kinds of feels for you, there's this quiet ache that sometimes shows up around the holidays when we start moving into Thanksgiving and Christmas and the new year. It's like having that empty seat at the table where your loved one would be. For me, it's not going to be receiving that text message and that phone call from my dad during the holidays and having him and my stepmom come over for dinner, right? Maybe it's for you, it's hearing a Christmas song on the radio and it triggers a memory of a time that you had with your loved one and you remembering the fact that they're not here anymore. Maybe it's realizing how joy feels. Sometimes it's heavier than what it used to. And this is all normal and really part of the grief journey. No one teaches us how to hold grief and joy at the same time and how to celebrate and grieve at the same time. And so there's no judgment here for you. For years, especially around Christmas, the holiday was one of the hardest times of the year for me because I would think about my daughter who passed to the spirit, how she wouldn't have her first Christmas. She wouldn't have her first birthday. My nephew would be at the table. We actually would have been just a few months apart. And that was really a hard time for me to see others celebrating the holidays, thinking about the absence of my daughter. Maybe for you, it's somebody else. Maybe it's a child. Maybe it's a loved one. Maybe it's a spouse. It's hard. And even though we go through the holidays, we can put this smile on and act like it's okay and buy the gift for people or buy the little gift for the Secret Santa that you're going to. And sometimes we feel like we have to fake it. And when we're doing that, we're actually disconnecting ourselves from our own emotions. And that is exceptionally hard and it's not healthy. For me, one of the biggest things that helped me through that initial period of grief was spirit. Being able to have that remembrance that my loved ones, including my daughter, my grandpa, my dad, were still there with me, that supported me through the grief journey. Having that knowledge that it's okay to feel grief, but also knowing that even though my loved one isn't here in the physical world, they're still very much present, still a part of my life, and still want me to have joy. And so I think sometimes I felt like I had to choose if I should just be focused on being grateful or if I could actually grieve. But I've learned over the years that we can actually experience both those things simultaneously. Like those two can actually live in the same room. So, though you're navigating the holidays, and I know for my American friends, Thanksgiving's coming up, it can trigger a lot. But know that it is absolutely okay to feel those things simultaneously, and it doesn't have to be one or the other. And, there was this one year I was standing in front of the Christmas tree, and there was an ornament that one of our family members had bought for us for my daughter. And it said on it, Baby's First Christmas. and I never got rid of it. And what was tough is that I had that ornament and I never got to put it on the tree. And that was really, really tough for me. And there was something about that where I just felt so much absence in my heart, if that makes sense, and so much grief. And I thought, I don't even know how to navigate this. And I would see, even when my children would get older, I ended up having two children afterwards, celebrating their Christmas and being able to hang their first ornament on the tree and being able to open gifts with them. I was grateful, but at the same time, there was always this grief missing my daughter who didn't get to have these first experiences and who I missed having those moments with too. And it was in that moment that I realized something really important. And it was that I wasn't ungrateful. It wasn't that I was broken. It wasn't that I wasn't healing through my grief. It was just that my heart was trying to hold everything together, love and the loss. That's when I stopped forcing, trying to feel joy when I actually was hurting inside. Stop trying to act excited and put on this fake facade when inside I was really hurting, and started inviting connection. And here's what changed everything for me. And I hope it really inspires you as well. I started talking to my daughter out loud again. My dad, who's just passed to the spirit world, it's been just over 12 months now. I started talking to him out loud again. When we have these connections with our loved one in the spirit world, by talking to them, by inviting them to be in our space, by asking them for signs, it bridges the gap between grief and our human experience and healing. I didn't talk to them like they were in some far out place, like up here and down there, or so out of reach. I started talking to them exactly like they were sitting right on the couch beside. And what that did is it helped me feel so much closer to them. When we feel that closeness, it's because we're sending them an invitation going, I need you. Step forward. I welcome your presence. And then that's when spirit starts showing up differently, not to fix my pain, but to sit inside of that with me. Even though your loved ones in the spirit world are healthy and okay, they still miss you too. And how we can comfort both worlds is by saying, it's okay to feel this pain, but please come forward. And they do. Sometimes people go, it feels like I don't have my loved ones in the spirit world sending me as many signs. Some people will say, well, I haven't had as many signs, or I don't feel them as closely. But do you know that sometimes when our loved ones gather close, that's when we start to have all of those memories trigger. That's when we start to feel them more and experience grief more intensely. Sometimes they go, okay, I'm going to step back just a little bit, not because I don't love you, but because I can see how my presence and my energy affects you. If you are missing a family member or a pet in the spirit world, just ask them to come close if you haven't been feeling them as strongly or as frequently. And then they're going to know it's okay. And this is exactly why I created my Bringing Heaven Home for Christmas event. It's going to be my 6th annual event. And it is a beautiful opportunity for you to connect to your loved ones in the spirit world. It's a 90-minute demonstration of mediumship. I have 3 of my amazing students joining me. We're going to spend the morning together. You come in with an open mind and open heart, and I'll channel messages from your loved ones. It's not about forgetting your grief, but reestablishing that connection because they want it. Okay. And connection and mediumship readings, it's not about getting over the loss of your loved one, because even though I'm a medium, I'm first a human. And as someone who's experienced a lot of loss in their life, I don't think we ever get over it. I think that we do find other ways to cope, and we can hold that space with our loved ones in the spirit world when we are getting messages from them. So if your heart has been feeling heavy and you've really been craving that deeper connection with your loved one in the spirit world, you can grab a spot by commenting BH25 in the comments, or head over to my website or my link in bio. Would love to hold space for you right now. I know this season can feel really heavy, but I want you to know that you don't have to be okay to be connected. You don't have to be high vibe and feel like everything is okay just to connect to your loved ones in the spirit world. You don't have to choose between joy and grief. You can hold both, and you have permission to make new traditions, maybe bring some of the old ones back, cry if you need to, laugh when it bubbles up, and talk to them like they are still there with you, because they are. And they're showing you they are in so many ways. We just have to be looking for that. And the heart that breaks is the same heart that loves. And we know that love, like life, is eternal. So invite them to gather close, invite them to be in your space, and then notice the subtle ways that they're letting you know they're still very much there with you. I know that the holidays are really tough, and I get it because I'm going through it myself right now. This is why myself and some other mediums that I am teaching are coming up with more activities over the holiday season to bring you that deeper connection with your loved ones in the spirit world.
The Connected Spirit isn't just a podcast, it's a remembering of who we are, a remembering of our connection to spirit, and a remembering that we are never walking this path alone. Mediumship isn't just about speaking with spirits. It's about deepening the connection to our own spirit, to one another, and to the energy that moves through everything. So as you leave this space, ask yourself, what part of this conversation stirred something within you? What connection is spirit inviting you to strengthen? If this episode spoke to you, please share it, leave a review, and connect with me on Instagram at Medium Courtney Dawson, or visit my website at mediumcourtneydawson.com. Your presence in this community matters, because connection isn't just about what we seek, it's what we are. Until next time, trust your spirit, trust the unseen world, and trust that you are always, always connected.